Man,
My goal in life is to wear obscure shirts and have them noticed by people, and then they go, "That guy's fucking, he's got it." What are you guys looking at? You guys just looking at some furry porn?
Don't worry about it. I had porno.
Wait, Joey, grab the other mic. That one's off.
Real professional.
Yeah, I had hot porn.
John, you shaved.
Yeah, I'm starting over.
You blowing your head off this week?
Yeah, this is. It's just, I'm
I feel
preparing
like that's what
myself for my
people do
funeral.
before they put a rifle in their mouth.
Yeah, you cut. Yeah, you
Clean
cut all the
shaven.
hair. Yeah, so I look good.
You don't want those splatter patterns to have hair on the wall. It makes it harder for the cleanup.
Yeah, I want just skull fragments, no hair. Yeah, I woke up this morning and I was just like, all right, so it's done. The mustache is getting in my lips.
Yeah, I love licking my mustache like an idiot.
You don't ever let it get that long, though.
You really look like Scott Ryan with the mustache. I would glance.
Yeah, you do. You really do look like
I
Mr.
Like
In
Scott
Between.
Ryan.
Yeah. Like Mr. In Between.
But yeah, I realized, I feel clean now. I feel cleaner.
Good. Good for you.
Yeah, it's very good.
Did you see what happened to Nancy Pelosi's house and her husband?
Oh, yeah. I mean, that's why I cut all my hair.
Was that you?
I was the guy.
Are you hiding out?
Yeah, I was like,
You're David DePap or whatever his name was.
DePap.
Who is the Pap? Do we know anything about him yet?
He's an American hero.
He's a CIA agent.
What? So give me the facts, guys.
All right.
Are you just
I got a
throwing
little
that out?
video for you. We can watch it
out.
and we'll let ABC tell us what's
He's a
going
cool
on.
guy.
He's just kind of he's a gangster, DePap.
So you like him?
I like anybody making politicians fearful for their lives.
Okay.
I don't care about their motivations. I'm not. It's not like a side thing. It's not. I don't have a team. I'm saying like I hope tomorrow Mitch McConnell's home is invaded by Anton Chigurh.
Got it.
I hope it keeps happening to all of them.
Yeah.
I hope every single one of these people is slowly picked off.
Yeah.
So what's this guy's story?
I love the detail of the hammer.
He's like
hammer is
whatever.
good. It's like
He's
a
a
horror
QAnon
movie
guy.
thing.
He's like a QAnon
Yeah,
dude
he's a
that broke
QAnon
in or whatever, but it's like
Ah.
his motivations don't need to be correct.
I'm not even questioning you. I just want to know about him.
He still fell into the right thing.
You know what I heard?
He was yelling, "Where's Nancy?"
That is kind of horrifying.
It's like
what if he just loves Halloween and he's like just kind of a spooky season guy and he's just like
it's a Halloween thing?
yeah, he's like he didn't even know, like he doesn't care about politics.
Well, the story doesn't even fucking really make sense to me. I think it's another psyop.
Yeah. No, I think so too.
Because they're saying they're saying somebody answered the door that let the guy in that wasn't Paul Pelosi, or Paul was the only one there, but they say an unidentified person let him in.
Who is identifying? Who's the witness saying that somebody?
There is no witness. It just says somebody. They don't have an explanation for who let the guy in.
So what if it was Paul? Like what if he just knocked?
I don't think it was Paul. It wasn't Paul.
We know why. How do we know? Is Paul like awake and talking, or is he like in a coma?
Yeah, Paul was up. He was like doing insider trading.
He's up.
He was up. He had just sold all of his hammer stock.
doing his morning cocaine.
He was doing his morning coke.
Driving
He's
drunk.
like, this is gonna kill the hammer market.
This
He's
is the
like,
hammer market's gonna go crazy for this. He goes,
like,
let him in, let him in.
DeWalt, sell.
Nancy just called me. She said DeWalt is skyrocketing right now. So yeah, all right. Let's watch a little story. Look at this fucking lady. Maybe he wanted to be he broke in because he just wanted to be breastfed by Nancy.
those big
Where are those
melons.
big natties? Where are those grandma natties?
I get it if that's why. Like I get it.
Hey, we all get it, brother.
He was just there to tenderize those things with that hammer.
He was.
Piece of veal.
He brought some McCormick.
A nice sweet
Got
rub.
some bay leaves. Let's do this thing. Let's marinate these tits.
We're gonna smoke them underground.
We're here to marinate Pelosi's tits.
Put them in a bag overnight with some onions and some peppers.
All right.
House Speaker Nancy Pelosi's 82-year-old husband is recovering after a vicious beating.
Didn't he just go down for a DUI too?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's what happens. You put people's lives at risk driving drunk. I would never do that.
Paul?
Asshole, fucking asshole.
Yeah.
What a scumbag.
Driving drunk.
Yeah.
Fucking these politicians are scum.
Yeah.
Only losers are allowed to drive drunk.
Yeah. Because you can't afford to get home.
We don't have a means.
Yeah.
Anyway.
We don't have a
with a hammer. Paul Pelosi was rushed into surgery for a skull fracture. Police saying tonight that the
That he
attacker
gave himself.
said,
I'm
"Where's
on to you,
Nancy?"
Paul.
And that the actions of the 911 operator, they say, were life-saving. Here's ABC's Mola Lengi.
Isn't that kind of what they do?
Yeah.
That is what,
Brutal
that's their whole
attack
job.
inside Speaker of the House Nancy Pelosi's home. Her husband, Paul Pelosi,
Ugh.
beaten with a hammer.
Look at him. Beaten with the hammer. Sorry.
Oh my God.
But nobody likes you.
Police and the FBI believe Speaker Pelosi was the intended target.
Oh.
A man identified by police as 42-year-old David DePape breaking into the Pelosi's San Francisco home. Sources telling ABC News the suspect entered through a glass door, shouting, quote, "Where's Nancy?"
Whoa.
Dude, it's like Barbarian.
It's like the Punisher.
Intense. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's sick.
Fuck.
"Where's Nancy?" Police
Can you
arriving.
just picture him? Just,
Where's
a San Francisco psychopath. He's got like dreads, like clumps of
got a bloody
clumpy
There's a
hair.
needle
bloody
hanging out of
hammer.
his
He
arm.
Shit himself. He broke into like 30 cars that day, and he's just wandering around. Where's Nancy? Where's Nancy? Oh, it gets your blood flowing.
I want to see it in a
God.
movie. I want to see DePape star of a movie.
Star of a movie. When I read this, DePape becomes a huge star
This
after
summer, DePape, Colin
summer.
Farrell.
DePape and his hammer are back.
He's a huge blockbuster action hero.
Just killing politicians.
Transformers 6, starring DePape.
on scene around 2:30 a.m., moments before the violent attack, witnessing it firsthand.
They observed Mr. Pelosi and Mr. DePape each with one hand on a single hammer. Officers, while still outside...
Man, it was like the last scene in Saving Private Ryan when he gets
Yeah.
stabbed. It was like it sounds like a very
yeah.
intense.
I heard they were both in their underpants.
Whoa.
Really?
Yeah, I heard they were both like in their underpants.
I bet this dude didn't even break in. I bet
it was gay
I bet
sex.
Pelosi was getting sucked off by
Oh,
DePape.
wow.
I bet he was a
And then he's
cowboy.
like, and then something happened.
Yeah.
Something happened. He didn't like it.
Yeah.
And then Pelosi goes over to the window and he breaks it and he calls 911 and he goes, there's a break-in.
Yeah, somebody
Like,
let
it
him
was-
into the house.
Yeah, he goes, my twink, it broke in.
He's like, I mean an intruder, not my twink.
His
think it
twink's
was like-
gone broken arrow. He's like fucking smashing his skull in.
So it's like a piss orgy gone wrong, you're saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
He just had a bad sex. He just didn't like getting the way he was getting sucked off that night while Nancy's out.
Yeah.
And then he was like, I'm just going to stage like a break-in, and then it'll help like our political motivations.
Yeah.
You know, people will say that's like a QAnon guy. He probably like went on the computer. He's like, what's your login for your Facebook? And then he just wrote a bunch of like QAnon shit.
DePape was probably just like, suck harder, brother. Suck harder.
Making somebody suck you at hammer point. DePape walks in. He goes, "It's hammer time."
The doorway threshold gave commands to both men to drop the hammer. Mr. DePape immediately pulled the hammer away from Mr. Pelosi and violently attacked him.
That's cool.
Pelosi and the suspect both taken to the hospital. The speaker's office saying he is expected.
Yeah, see, they were both-
San Francisco General Hospital.
Zuckerberg General.
They were both taken to the hospital, which means they were probably right next to each other. And you know, Paul was like, "How is he?
Oh yeah, they're holding hands like a Viagra commercial.
How is he?"
You like,
They go, "The intruder." He goes, "Oh yeah, the evil criminal. How is he? Not my baby boy."
they're like, Pelosi, you're in love, aren't you?
They go. The doctor goes, "Paul Pelosi, I'm starting to think you're in love.
You love DePape.
You love DePape, don't you?"
Hit with a hammer, you were bit by the love bug.
Boy, Cupid really swung his hammer at you tonight, didn't he, Paul? Oh, you got hit by Cupid's hammer.
Make a full recovery. The alleged attacker
Look at
facing
him.
multiple
Yeah,
charges.
that's
Sick. The guy was in Haight-Ashbury earlier that day singing fucking Peter Tosh songs. He was like, "Wanted, and alive."
That
He
guy's
looks
pulling
soulful
tricks.
as
He
hell.
looks very
Yeah.
soulful. Look at him. That guy looks like he's appropriated a taco truck or two in his life.
Who took that Time magazine photo of him?
It's
Yeah,
like a really, I mean, it's a beautiful pic of him. He's got the nice, like, manly chin. He looks like got that Kirk Douglas dent in his chin. He's an Old West hero.
Yeah.
Attempted homicide, burglary, and assault with a deadly weapon. The suspect's online social media pages show
He's charged
multiple
with
false
poor
conspiracy
fellatio.
theories relating to COVID-19, the 2020 election, and the federal government. San Francisco police, Capitol Police, and the FBI are now jointly investigating. Authorities still trying to determine a motive. The White House saying the
Authorities trying to determine a motive. We think maybe it's Nancy Pelosi's entire existence.
Yeah.
We've come to a conclusion on the motive.
Yeah,
It's
I think
Nancy
we know.
Pelosi existing.
Yeah.
Right.
It's her being who she is, an awful human being that has done nothing but fuck with hardworking Americans' lives her
He was
entire
screaming,
life.
"Where's Nancy?"
Yeah.
He had a bloody hammer. It's like, we know.
What are his motivations? We're thinking it's the 2-year period where people were forced to not work and had no money, and then Nancy Pelosi played a game with their lives month after month and didn't send anyone money, and they starved and died. We're wondering if that's the motivation here. Was it that Nancy Pelosi is a sick maniac that played fucking, volleyball with Mitch McConnell for years on end as everyone rotted away in their homes? Is that it? You're lucky he didn't come in with a goddamn chainsaw. He should have Molotov cocktailed the entire fucking street. Anyway. But seriously, I don't have a side here. I'm wearing blue shirt. I'm a center left. Dem. I love Dems. Just not this one.
president and Nancy Pelosi spoke over the phone, and the president is praying for Paul Pelosi and for Speaker Pelosi's whole family. Lawmakers from both parties immediately condemning the attack. Senate Minority Leader Mitch
God.
Senate Minority Leader and Pan's Labyrinth character Mitch McConnell commented on it, saying, "Well, last week, guy came into my home, made me do a coin flip."
tweeting he is horrified and disgusted and grateful to hear Paul is on track to make a full recovery.
Grateful to hear Paul's on track and he'll be at the Bohemian Grove come December.
Similar to the chants during the January 6th attack on the Capitol.
Nancy! Oh, Nancy! Hell yeah, dude. I love that, like, if this is happening, they stormed your government building trying to kill you. Now they're storming your home trying to kill you. Do you ever think maybe you're the issue here?
Connect the dots,
Connect
Pelosi.
the dots, Pelosi. It's like one of those people in your life that's like just always having problems with everybody, and you go, you ever think it's you?
Yeah.
How many times do people have to try and murder you with a hammer for you to think maybe you suck ass?
Yeah.
You know? Imagine Paul, how pissed off Paul is.
He's like, these hammers are getting obnoxious,
Dude,
Nancy. He's
unbelievable.
like, we can't keep doing this.
He sits her down, he goes, Nancy, you suck ass. You suck so much ass, people are trying to kill me with hammers.
He's like, before I met you, you know how many times people tried to kill me with a hammer?
Not once.
Zero
Times. I had a lot of fun. Drive drunk home with the boys. I wasn't a part of, the gradual disintegration of Western civilization. You were running half of it, and it was a lot nicer. But, I can't keep my hands up off those big milky tits.
The one tit job later.
He goes, I'm going to keep coming back for those tits, don't you?
Nancy, no hammer could keep me with those tits. I'm Paul Pelosi.
Not even a sledgehammer, Nancy.
Paul Pelosi. I love that his name's kind of like an alliteration, too.
Yeah.
Just 2 months ago, a rioter who carried a gun into the Capitol and threatened Speaker Pelosi was sentenced to more than 7 years in prison. Several men have been convicted in recent years of threatening the Speaker, and the Pelosi home was vandalized just last year.
Yeah, it was vandalized last year, too.
Jesus Christ.
It's nonstop. They're
They gotta
home.
move.
They're
They gotta
home.
move.
I've seen the Pelosi's house on the news more than I like the weather report. It's on the news every week. People are trying to murder them every week.
How do they not have, security?
Yeah.
Or, why don't they move? It's such a slam dunk. It's
They love their little San Francisco home. They have the view of Alcatraz, and they have dreams of putting half of America on Alcatraz.
They don't have a Brinks alarm system or some shit. Why did he have
Apparently
to
not.
call the cops?
Want to know why? It's because Paul Pelosi was getting his pecker sucked off by DePap.
DePap was a fucking homeless guy he picked
He
up.
found DePap in Haight-Ashbury, gave him some fentanyl. Then he probably told him can you fix the roof? And DePap all high went and got a hammer, tried to fix the roof, and then tried to kill him in a rage. We all know how this happened. Come on, it's obvious. I could.
We know how
crack
this
the case.
goes.
You see one piss orgy, you've seen them all.
You've
It's
seen them all.
7 days.
But seriously, this is such a beautiful day.
You hate Nancy.
I love when the fear of God is put into these people. The worst thing about the Capitol riot was that it was it was idiots that did it.
Yeah.
But look what happens when you vilify going into a government building and making politicians afraid for their lives. Look what happens when you vilify it. You can't when you want to. When they overturn abortion, oh, that seems like an honorable reason. Why don't you go storm it now? Oh, you can't because you got upset at the red hat people for doing it for dumb reasons. We might need to honorably go into these buildings one day, but now you vilified it.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, sure.
The other side, whatever, the Democrats,
yes,
they were all outraged at the government when they overturned Roe v. Wade. But now you don't get to storm the Capitol because you made us feel weird about it.
Right. I see what you're saying.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You get what you fucking deserve.
Hammer time.
Hammer time. Shucky ducky, what?
The attack as threats of violence against lawmakers is at an all-time high.
Yeah, I wonder why. Maybe it's because they should all be lined up and shot, like that scene in The Pianist. They should fucking come. Mitch McConnell should be in a wheelchair, like the guy the X-Men leader, who's the X-Men guy, Xavier, and they throw him out of a window. They throw him out of the top window. Of the Capitol, and he's evil. These people are like no different to me. They should have a American Nuremberg for these people.
Yeah,
the games that they've played with all of our fucking lives.
You're a patriot, brother.
I'm a goddamn patriot.
You're a goddamn patriot.
And like I said, no side.
No side.
I hate the other side too.
Devin hates both sides.
Nonpartisan.
I hate both sides.
Someone has been drinking their black rifle coffee.
Yes,
I hate both sides. Listen, all I do, I take I like ashwagandha, I like my lion's mane, I like my adaptogens. I just center myself and I think about killing everyone in the government. Anyway, I'm kidding. I don't care at all. This is the first time I've looked into the news. The only time I read the news now is when somebody's almost getting killed.
If there's a hammer, Devin turns
has to be
it
hammer
on.
involved. Well, that's that. It's a nice,
I feel like we got some good stuff out of that.
Nice little fear of God put into them.
Good.
Have you guys...
Can we see Nancy's jugs before we change?
Sure,
pull that up.
Yeah, let's pull that up. Of course. Sorry, Joey.
No problem.
Of course. Nancy... Should I type in Nancy Pelosi jugs and see what comes up?
See what comes up.
You got to put it up on the thing.
Full screen it.
Oh, my God.
Yeah,
Whoa.
Look at those in that green thing.
Jesus Christ, she's hot.
Boy, Jesus Christ, she's hot. Look at those.
Oh my God.
They're fakers, baby.
Those aren't fake.
Foreign bodies.
Those are fake.
Come on, what are you talking about?
Come on, don't they deflate after a
She's
while?
had 5 kids. They've been full of milk so many times.
You don't get fake tits with all those freckles on them.
Yeah, no.
Nah.
Those are real.
big
Those are
natties.
real. Those are big natties, dude.
Yeah. Is this real? Is that a real picture? She really had her tits out like that?
You got to zoom in.
Well, fucking...
No,
She was just
that's
like-
not real.
That's
That's,
the
a
way-
porno.
Yeah,
That's gotta
User
be fake.
profile.
Oh,
Yeah.
God damn it.
No, that's art.
Well, yeah, so those are her jugs.
Some guy painted that.
Nancy's jugs. You guys been following, you guys see that guy that ran over, it's Christmas time's almost
Oh, yeah,
almost
yeah.
here, and last Christmas was a wonderful time. A man drove through a Christmas parade in Wisconsin, killed 6 people.
So
Darrell Brooks.
So this is the guy that was being chased for a different crime.
I think so. Yeah, he was like
Okay.
he beat his girlfriend, and then he was on the run, and then he was like, oh, this'll
teach her.
This'll get him off my scent. I'm gonna drive through a parade.
Yeah, he was trying to lose the cops, and he's like, I think if I turn these people into bowling pins, I think I'll disappear into the crowd.
So he decided to defend himself in court.
Okay.
And it's been a wonderful time.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
It's been amazing watching.
He's
him.
got a few thoughts on his case.
He demanded to defend himself, and he's objecting to everything in court the entire time. Like the judge literally is like, "I sentence you to life in prison." He's like, "Objection, Your Honor."
He goes, on what grounds,
What
please?
grounds? He goes, "Look at my client. He's innocent. He's not even here." He points to an empty chair.
Look how passionate he is.
Oh yeah, dude. He shaved his dreads too. He got really into it. So let's get into this.
So what? It threw people off a loop. They weren't ready for it. They scared of it. That's what it is.
This guy rocks.
He's like, "Jay,
dude.
scared of it? Yada what I mean."
Stop it. You're a public servant.
Oh my God! Look at that judge.
Full recap
He goes, "You a
of
public
the
servant."
Incredible trial
Yeah, look at
of
that
Darrell
judge.
Brooks Jr. from odd beginnings to an intense end. Welcome to Sidebar, presented by Law and Crime. I'm Jesse Weber.
In this case,
Yes, I do.
He wants to defend himself. This is him saying he's going to
Before-
defend himself.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
I would like to represent myself pro per.
What does that mean to you, sir? Explain to me that request.
Again, because I've already said it.
He fires his lawyers.
To represent myself as a sovereign citizen.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, he's like the living man.
Living man, baby.
Living man.
He's the living man.
Determination, sir, whether you're a sovereign citizen or not. It's not relevant to my determination how you.
What if the living man brings this guy up the next time he's in court? We all saw what my impact. I created a wave across this nation. Darrell Brooks represented himself as a sovereign man.
My protege.
I am the living man, and Darrell Brooks is the mini living man. We both fuck butt.
Living man reserves the right to drive through any parade he wants.
It is his right. If there's a parade and he wants to get to the end of the block, what else do? You have to run over 30 kids.
Parades don't own these streets. Earth was here before your parade.
As far as I'm concerned, parades don't trump nature.
This is our land. Your permit means nothing.
This is our land. The Cherokee used to run over anyone in a parade if it was between them and a buffalo.
Rise who you are. So if you are allowed to represent yourself,
The judge kind of looks like Monica Lewinsky.
you will not
Yeah, a little
have
bit.
attorneys assisting you. If I let them withdraw, they are
Something-
gone.
She's basically saying, like, sir, you're going to lose
Yeah.
if you do this. You're already going to lose.
You're
It's gonna
probably
be
gonna
way
yeah.
worse.
Case. Do you understand that?
I think I will probably be better served representing myself.
And Judge Darrow did allow Brooks to represent.
Hell yeah.
I don't understand the nature and cause of the charges.
I'm not asking you that, sir. Did you hear me advise you of the penalties for hit and run resulting in death?
I don't understand.
I don't get it.
Questions for this witness?
Oh, this is great.
Yes, I do. For the record, I don't consent to that name. Are we going to address subject matter jurisdiction?
The written decision that I previously entered is what I will stand on. I'm not going to address it any further.
Is that verified proof? Can we address subject matter jurisdiction?
He's just like making up the law.
Yeah, it's fucking
Yeah,
great.
he's like Charlie Kelly.
Ah, yes. The info.
I'm well versed in bird law.
He starts bringing. He goes, sir. He goes, Your Honor, you obviously don't know parade law.
Whoa.
What is this? He's got no shirt on in court.
Due to repeated interruptions and disruption with the court.
He's just like kind of
you
shaking.
can see that he is seated with his back to the court or to the camera. He took his shirt
Man,
off
he's like
as
fucking
well.
Miles Davis. He's got his back to the court.
I'm also told that he is threatening to throw and break items.
We're hearing he's threatening to drive through a parade.
This one trick pony.
Is that all you have?
Trick pony.
Don't you do anything else, Mr. Brooks? It's
Whoa.
a terrible start to your legal career to run over a parade again.
Jesus
Who's
Christ.
this bodybuilder guy?
God, imagine hitting him.
How'd you not hit that guy?
That's what stopped the car.
Look at this guy's huge.
She's like, I pushed against it.
I was just finishing my plate of spaghetti and meatballs, and I walk outside, cars coming at me.
I just joined the Fantastic Four.
So I was doing my own version of the Expendables. We're doing like an at-home version.
Verdict. I watched the body fly up onto the hood,
Oh boy.
and
that ain't
her head
good.
snapped back.
I bet he felt that in the morning. I know that's gotta hurt.
And the body remained on the hood as it passed the side of my vehicle to where I thought I could have just reached out and grabbed her.
This happened that close to you.
Yes.
You saw all this with your own
Shit, this
two
guy's got a
Yes.
ponytail.
Oh, he's driving the fucking Flintstones
Yes.
car. It's like I was paddling with my feet down the street, wearing a
Right in
leopard
front of
skin
me.
skirt.
I saw brake lights and saw
You know Darrell's about to object to this.
Jane fall off.
He objects.
the hood.
The only word he knows is objection. He just like watched like Law and Order like in like the community like day room like before the trial started.
Yeah.
And he's like, all right. He's like, okay. Okay.
He's like, I've seen my cousin Vinny.
He goes, all right. Yeah, I see my cousin Vinny. Yeah, I'm gonna Joe Pesci the shit out of this trial.
He proceeded to, and she was basically on the right side.
Are they
of
really
his
making
vehicle.
this? We all have video of it. The guy did it. Why do they even
need?
need to do these? Like, it's kind of hilarious they even need to have trials
insane.
for some of these.
Yeah.
Like, it's on video. You did it. What this guy's explaining what we all saw. It's
Right front tire, then the right rear tire. And at that point, I was just focused on
Objection, Your Honor. What kind of tire was it?
But I remember hearing
Objection!
the engine again.
Did you see the red SUV strike any people in the Catholic community group?
Several.
Can you estimate how many?
At least 15.
Okay.
Jesus.
And did
he did a
He
lot.
really
of,
did a
he
number.
Did a
sorry
number.
to ask it this way.
God,
did you see
dude.
anybody like actually fly or roll or tumble?
Yeah, so originally it was
Jesus.
The judge, bedside man.
thuds.
For
Judge
Christ's
is a
sake.
and then it was
Really get into the
in
nitty gritty
air,
gory details for me if
like
you
bowling
could.
pins.
Okay.
There we go,
And
like
not
bowling
only
pins.
Is this kind of incredible to have a murder case?
Mr. Schneider,
Get it. He goes, objection.
Overruled. She may answer.
I'd ask Mr. Brooks be directed to remove his mask.
He goes, this
so
white
Officer
bitch
Schneider
ugly
can
as fuck.
I never heard an answer to the question.
I should have hit
Has not
you,
been
bitch.
answered.
I ain't never
Please.
seen none of these people.
Please remove.
If I didn't see none of y'all on my fucking windshield, you don't fucking exist. I didn't see any of y'all motherfuckers on my fucking windshield.
He's like pissed at him.
He's pissed.
Darrell Brooks don't recognize none of y'all. Chair don't recognize your ass.
He's like, I don't recognize you. He goes, last I checked, I didn't hit you. So what the fuck's the problem, Judge? Objection. Objection.
Why don't you talk to some of the people I hit? Oh wait, where are they at? You can't. They dead.
Thank you.
He keeps
Officer
doing
Schneider,
like
is
gangster
the driver
face.
of the red SUV that you've just described for this jury present in this courtroom today?
He keeps like stroking his chin like Weebay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can you please point him out by where he's seated and what he's wearing?
He is seated over here at the table wearing a gray suit.
That's the man you saw driving the red SUV as it sped past you?
Yes, it is.
And as strong as that was, it's not even the only evidence the prosecution laid out. They also showed the defendant's police interrogation tape. You see, after
hell yeah.
Brooks drove his car into
Hell
the
yeah.
parade,
The
police were
interrogation
alerted,
tape's gotta be great.
alerted to a man going door to door to try to get help from people, seemingly trying to evade law enforcement. Well, he eventually was arrested and he was brought in for an interrogation. And in this interview, the investigators don't initially ask him about the parade. Instead, they make it seem like it's just about a domestic violence incident that he was involved in. You see, prosecutors would say that Brooks actually got into a fight and attacked his ex-girlfriend, Erica Patterson, before driving the car.
Yeah,
to
that's
the
what I
parade.
thought I heard.
Maybe he ended up doing what he did out of anger. You know, the motive has never really been clear here about why he did, but maybe it had to do with the fight with Erica Patterson. Well, just listen to Brooks's reaction when he realizes what's really going on.
We been cool, man, the whole time. If I did something wrong,
that's why they were here. But do you see them here today? They're not here today.
Yeah, but y'all lied to me, man. You made it seem like they just come for no reason.
Well, here's the thing, Darrell.
And I'm like, what if
You're being charged with murder.
Y'all, how you gonna do me like that? Y'all lied to me. I drive down that. He's like, I drive down that street every fucking day.
He's like, psh.
And there's usually not a parade. And that day there was. How do I get on to the other side of that street?
Bruh, explain me this. I drive down the street, never hit anybody one time. All right, then I hit 100 people. Like, what's the difference?
What's
bruh?
the difference? I like how he also just he shaved his dreads because he probably thought like he wouldn't be recognizable.
Yeah.
For it. They're like, wait, who is he? All right, I guess release him. I guess he's not
Clean
here.
cut guy wouldn't plow down a crowd.
Oh, yeah, I can give you a clean slate. I apologize. Because you have lied to us as well.
I apologize.
Because you came out here in the red Ford Escape. Okay, that is
Like, let him go. He said sorry.
the key. All right? So what I want to do is try to give us all a chance to reset. You understand what I'm saying? Start over.
He's like, good idea. Just open the door, let me out of here.
He goes,
Let's
why
just
don't we start over?
Let's pretend this didn't even happen.
Do a redo on the whole day. How about that?
True. But I wasn't driving. What if it was you? What if it wasn't me?
What if it wasn't me?
Ever think about that?
He goes, I'm about to blow your mind. He goes, now, imagine, if you will, that it wasn't me in the car. What would happen? You let me go, right? You let me go, right?
Really try to picture it, though.
He goes, picture that shit, though. And the guy's like, yeah, but you did do it. He goes, I know. He goes, oh yeah. He goes, oh yeah. He goes, yeah, it was me. I killed him. He goes, I ran over all those motherfuckers. But imagine if I didn't. And they're like, God damn it, you're good.
Like, he's got us in a corner here.
Darrell's really talked his way out of this. All right, get out of here.
Let me explain the fifth dimension to you, dog. All right, you got to live in your head. You got to live inward. Make your own reality.
That's not you. That's not me. That's not you. No, I don't. Darrell. That's Darrell. That's you.
He goes, that's not me.
Darrell.
Why you say it like that, man?
Oh, he's making it racial.
He
Why you say it like that, Darrell?
What happens if he
Oh,
knows
it's
who
Darrell?
won?
I guess. I don't know. Maybe I caught that wrong, but it sounded like he was trying to flip it.
Okay.
That's right. Yeah, that's.
He's like, I didn't run over
Suspicious
those people.
He goes,
behavior?
Darrell.
You're racist.
He goes, Darrell ran over those kids. Who the fuck is Darrell, you racist motherfucker?
Yeah.
He spells his name just like my dad, too.
That's cool.
My whole family's got the blackest name. My dad's name is Darrell with 2 R's and 2 L's. And my mom's name's Beverly. And I'm Devin with an A. And like sports magazines always call me Devan. Like the V is big. Like I'm LeBron.
Yeah, what's going on? Why
I don't know.
You got like a black
It's
family.
the black names. You know, none of the benefits, though. I can't dunk.
I would say so. He seems more concerned with the tactics that police use than really giving them good explanations.
Here he is in court
Now,
now.
Brooks, like I said, represented himself throughout the course of this trial. And to give you a sense, this is where he went when he cross-examined the state's witness.
Oh,
Look, this is the one I
He's
thought
doing
it was.
cross-examination.
You know why the vehicle was beeping its horn.
This guy's got glasses on.
I imagine that the driver was angry and wanted to get through the crowd.
That's not what I asked, Four Eyes.
I've been driving a long time, and a lot of times people get angry, they're late, they beep their horn at you in a way that is because they're upset and they're trying to get past you.
Do you know that for sure?
Got him.
Yes, I did ask your opinion. Now I'm asking you, do you know for sure?
Do you know that for sure? Booyakasha! He's like, blah, blah, blah.
I rest my case.
Rest my case,
He doesn't know for sure.
He doesn't know for sure. I'm done.
The driver of the vehicle you observed was in fact angry.
I assume that he was.
You thought.
See, I wasn't.
You were wrong. I was cool as a cucumber, motherfucker. I don't feel shit when I drive over people. Angry. I do that shit on a breezy, nice, lazy Sunday.
That sound that there had to be some mechanical problems going on with the engine.
Yeah, it was the car.
But it was your first initial thought, correct?
Correct.
And you were able.
What changed your mind?
To hear that sound.
Your Honor, have you seen that Stephen King movie where the cars gain sentience and they start driving around themselves? He goes, okay, I rest my case.
I rest my case. He goes, Your Honor, you ever seen Speed? You don't think Dennis Hopper could have hooked up the same shit to my car? I had to go 60 miles per hour. They was gonna kill my wife.
That I beat the shit out of right before.
I had to keep up. I had to go 60 miles per hour.
Come to a conclusion that possibly there were mechanical issues all in a few seconds.
A lot runs through your mind at that point in time, yes.
And you can see Brooks seemed to suggest a few things here. One, maybe it wasn't the intention of the driver to hit anyone. Maybe he was honking to get people out of the way. And two, maybe there was a mechanical issue with the SUV and the driver lost control. The only problem with that is that a state inspector testified to the complete opposite. He reviewed the steering wheel, the tires, the brakes, the gas pedals, and said that there was no mechanical
Your
issue.
Honor, have you ever seen Herbie the Love Bug?
Darrell's like, Your Honor, I'd like to bring up Mona Lisa Vito to the stand.
Honking, if you honk, but you didn't stop, what does it matter? That's the point. He drove the car. He didn't stop. He kept mowing people down. Doesn't matter if he honked. But what made this trial so different and so out there was the defendant's behavior as he represented himself. Because he would constantly interrupt the judge and bring up these legal theories that had no basis in fact or law. The ups and the downs with his behavior was so startling. And at one point, let's begin, after he had a few of these outbursts, he actually apologized.
I would like to issue the court an apology from me in regards to my actions last week during the trial.
And like a year ago when I ran all those people.
At the parade thing too.
He goes,
that was bad.
And also that parade shit. He goes, and don't let me forget about that parade shit. It's like an afterthought. The whole reason he's on trial, he keeps forgetting.
Yo, and this is a big deal for me because I don't ask for forgiveness, man. This is, you know.
Right now, not only for just the whole situation of the trial, the families here that have to go through, you know, everything that's going to be involved with the trial.
He goes, I care about people. That's why I'm wearing a mask right now. He goes, oh, really? I don't care about people? Why am I wearing a mask?
You can figure that out. You can kill everyone in this room, all y'all.
My family as well and myself is very, very emotional. But not to excuse my actions, I should carry myself with better respect than that. I wasn't raised that way.
The I wasn't raised that way is really something else.
He goes, let me tell y'all, Judge, my mom was a terrible driver. I guess that's you know.
That's how I would learn how to drive.
I would love a therapist, a psychologist, anything. Help me, you know, I've made a couple mistakes in my time.
You'll know. Growing up in the streets, man, you don't have mentors.
It's the way I was
raised. No one tells
Judge.
You not to run people.
It's the way
over.
I was raised, Judge.
The whole Brooks family bad behind the wheel.
It's in our blood. It's in our DNA.
You don't think we've been made fun of our whole lives for how we drive?
But our manners impeccable. And I am so sorry.
They raised me with manners though. Anytime I ran over people, I said sorry.
This time I was in a bit of a hurry. I couldn't stop.
I'm a grown man with grown.
What would you do, Judge?
Oh,
this is him doing his like gang member shit.
Yeah,
He's sticking his head out. He's got the stance.
Yeah.
All knew this didn't last long.
I'm a grown man with grown kids. Ain't nobody gonna talk to me like that. Nobody.
Damn.
I don't have a problem.
Judge
with
is
doing
just
what
walking
you
back and
ask
forth.
me to do, not tell me.
Oh shit!
Just like when I asked you about subject matter jurisdiction that you have yet to prove on the record, but somehow I'm being intentionally disruptive.
Yo, Judge, no disrespect, you a dumb bitch.
Stop. Just stop it.
She's like, okay, I will. Sorry.
He's just like, stop. He's like, Judge, you play too much.
Not gonna work.
Yeah. And it only got worse.
Hell yeah.
Yo, no disrespect. I'll fuck you in all three holes, bitch.
It's not a game. I don't take this as a game. That's what nobody.
He goes, not a game. Not a game.
That's what you don't understand.
He just goes into the AI thing.
Yeah.
He's like, we talking about a parade?
Not a Mandalay Bay. Not a concert.
A parade.
Not a concert.
Not a concert.
Not a festival.
Not a country music festival.
Not Astroworld.
Not a school. Not Astroworld. A fucking parade.
Come on, man.
Now, in fact, there was one point when he got so angry.
Fuck yeah.
See, Brooks had called as a witness his ex-girlfriend, Erica Patterson.
He got so angry. He's like, man, I wish I had my car right now.
I should have ran your ass over too,
Everyone
bitch.
get in line. Driving practice.
Testified for the state, and it's alleged that Brooks got into a fight with her and attacked
The old
her right
Brooks
before
family
the
highway.
Fucking guy
and Brooks
treated a Christmas
Just a line of people.
treated a Christmas festival like it was fucking Beansy Gator.
and also a bad mother.
He ran over him like Richie April with the bug eyes.
What would happen if these photos
he's doing
were allowed
such
into
like
evidence?
intense
He said
like
that
hand gestures.
He'd have no choice but to reveal something very negative.
He's like, y'all
about
lucky this
Brooks'
desk don't got
past.
wheels.
Again,
I might be able to do something with this chair, though. I'm gonna fuck your ass with this chair.
presence of the jury. Thank goodness, because look how Brooks blew up.
Second of all, if we go down that road, we would be forced to counter that claim by pointing out that not only does the defendant not live with the child in question, he doesn't live with any of the other.
Shut up, honky!
You call me a deadbeat dad? You call me a deadbeat dad?
He impregnated Erica Patterson when she was a minor in Nevada, and for doing so, he was convicted of statutory sexual seduction. Pled guilty in March of 2007.
It makes it sound like way hotter than what it is.
Statutory
Sexual
seduction.
seduction.
That makes it sound like you have a lot of skill.
Yeah, like a porn title.
Yeah,
Yeah.
statutory seduction.
Felony game.
It sounds like some sort of fucking like Pharrell song, like statutory seduction. Statutory
Excuse me, miss,
seduction,
what's your age?
Robin Thicke comes in, he's like,
Yeah.
ooh, grooming, happy.
14, 15, 16, 17. No.
Offender on the registry
yes.
as a result. So if there's any causation that would lead to Erica Patterson being a bad mom, Mr. Brooks has a direct role in that causation.
And that's
Furthermore,
I'll object to that.
I'm not
because that's a lie.
It's like, hey, Chris DiStefano looking ass. Shut your ass up.
Shut the fuck up, Chrissy D looking motherfucker. Huh? Tell me why History Hyenas broke up, Chris. We all know it was you, Chris. You want to be famous, huh? You abandoned Giannis like that? He gets into all this like weird like podcast
You better
talk.
do me like you did Giannis. Bunch of fucking bullshit.
To make a record and not be accurate, so let's be accurate on the record since you think you know so much.
You think you know so much?
We can open the door on how old she told me she was when we met.
Interrupting.
You can ask that question
He is
too then.
over the
Did you
top
ask that?
animated
Do you
right
know
now.
that?
Mr. Brooks, I'm ordering you to sit down and to let the state finish.
No, I'm not going to sit here and let somebody be inaccurate on the record and lie on the record.
Right. Under Illinois versus Allen, I've warned him repeatedly. He's being removed from the courtroom. And you know what? Let me dial that back. We're just going to take an early lunch, 1 hour.
This is like the most understanding judge I've ever
She's
seen.
amazing.
Wild.
Why didn't they just throw him in contempt of court like the first day?
I'm guessing because they're going to have to like restart, do a mistrial.
I guess.
And she's
Yeah.
trying to be like, let's try to avoid the mistrial because we're going to have to, it's going to cost a lot of money. We're going to have to redo. It's like,
Or they're just like, this is pretty entertaining.
or it's like, my job usually kind of fucking sucks. And this guy is hilarious.
Like, this guy kind of kicks ass.
Yeah.
They're like, let's really milk this for all it's worth.
Yeah.
That letter, and he can show it is in
Oh shit, there's the guy that broke into Nancy Pelosi's house.
611. I will declare the cross-examination.
I ain't going to sit up here.
I'm going to go smoke a cig with the poppy. Whoa.
So let's open the door on all of it then so we can get all of it on the record. Since you think you know so much.
Since you think you know so much.
She said she was hating.
The arrogance of the ego he has, that it's like, there's video of you doing it, buddy.
Yeah, he thinks he's like Johnny Cochran.
He's like, all y'all think you know what happened. No one does.
Only me and God know the truth.
When I met her,
Oh, you want to get lunch?
And if
huh?
you
Hungry
thought
motherfucker?
that was bad, the worst of the worst is when at one point the judge had to stop court proceedings because she was actually scared of Brooks.
So as long as the jury's out, we should probably discuss that. I would like to provide the defendant and the court with a copy.
So that had to be said. So it's the defendant.
The what?
He's making fun of the way she said defendant.
That was how I said. You want to run the record back?
Mr. Brooks.
He's like, Judge, that was shots fired. I got the right to clap back. Judge, I think it's body bag season. How about that?
I got one ear that worked, and I heard that.
I got one ear that worked. The other ear got fucked up when I ran over 60 people in that parade, Judge.
Benefit you so
No,
that
it's
you
not.
understand
Ain't none of
your
this to benefit
witness
me, so let's be
has
clear
a
about
prior
that.
record.
No.
Your Honor, when I leave the table, I'm away from the courtroom and I have to elevate my voice. This is the
So she had to
alleged
elevate her
record
voice
of Abel
just for that.
Stop talking.
Like, I don't know who y'all be thinking y'all fooling. I accept the value in return for value this document.
One more interruption and you're going to be removed to the next courtroom.
That's what you want to do anyway.
It's not what I want to do. Do not interrupt Attorney Opper.
So can
Your
you
Honor,
tell,
I
can
believe
you
he has 7 prior criminal convictions via OWI 2nd from 1997, and OWI 3rd from 1997, and OWI 4th from 2003.
He's
so mad!
This man right now is having a stare down with me. It's very disrespectful. He pounded his fist. Frankly, it makes me scared.
Now, despite all of these outbursts,
You lucky I ain't
the
in my
judge
fucking escape
moved
right now,
forward
bitch.
With the trial, she gave Brooks a lot of leeway. She continued to allow him to represent himself. She didn't kick him out of the court.
How
all
did
the
she
time,
let this
although it happened a lot. And I've said it before.
I really do. It must be like a mistrial thing, because this makes no fucking sense.
I've never seen anything like this.
It's completely like out of order.
Any regular lawyer that did this, they would be thrown in contempt of court.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
they would,
I
like a
don't-
lawyer wouldn't be allowed to do this, let alone a criminal pretending to be a lawyer.
Well, lawyers can get like disbarred and shit. There's punishments for them. They're scared of. Like this guy knows that he's fucked. So I guess he's just like, I'm already going to jail for my whole life.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, whatever. He's like, I'm gonna really
Like
put
you can
on
give me a contempt.
I'm gonna put on a show.
What do you do? Put me in jail? It's like, yeah, I'm already in there.
Right.
I think this is the move, to be honest. Just start representing yourself.
Why, John?
It just wastes fucking taxpayer money.
So if more crazy people just
Yeah.
represented themselves, it'd be a lot better.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you're right, actually.
She wanted to preserve the record for appeal. That if he gets convicted, an appellate court can't say that the judge acted unfairly to Brooks, that she gave him every warning, every admonishment, and the only person that torpedoed Brooks's case was Brooks himself. And that also included when the judge said to Brooks that he forfeited his right to call any more witnesses or take the stand himself because he refused to answer her questions. Now, he claimed he couldn't hear what was being said when he was in the Jason's courtroom, but an IT specialist testified the volume was loud and clear. Either way, after Brooks was told that he forfeited his right to present a defense, he was particularly upset.
My final question to you, do you have any requests as it relates to the jury instructions?
I just told you, come on, muted.
What? What'd he say?
He's muted.
I just told you, I don't know how many times, I can't hear everything you say.
Then you should put the headphones on.
Don't you understand?
Oh, they moved him into a different room.
Yeah, like his Hannibal.
Everything, you can see boxes, but then you see headphones.
Have you asked for headphones to be provided, sir?
I should have to ask him. I asked for my boxes to be moved.
I believe they took them away previously because you were so agitated they were perhaps afraid you might break
Yeah,
them.
I'm still agitated. I ain't gonna stop. That ain't gonna stop.
Of course I'm agitated. I wanted my motherfucking headphones. I'm trying to watch Dog. Channing Tatum. It's a beautiful fucking movie, Judge.
It's the feel-good story, motherfucker.
No parades in that movie. He gets to just drive as far as he wants, anywhere he wants.
You should be
Talking
ashamed
to
of
a
yourself.
judge, it's just shocking. Well, with him forfeiting his right to present a further defense, the trial headed for the end a lot sooner than
right,
we
here we go.
anticipated. Arguments. This is the last attempt in closing arguments for both sides to
Closing
persuade
arguments?
this
What's
jury
his
to vote a certain
argument?
way. Closing arguments are not evidence.
He's like
They're basically
hiding.
a summation of the case.
He's like, who guilty? I don't see nobody. He's like under the desk. Where is Darrell Brooks? We could convict him if we find him, Judge.
First up, prosecutor Sue Opper.
He had plenty of opportunity to just stop. Anywhere along the way, one of the officers testified to it. I think it was Officer Schneider. If this was an accident and he mistakenly wandered onto the parade route after passing all this,
Boy, people in
And he
Wisconsin are
mistakenly
not good
wandered
looking,
onto the
are they?
parade route,
I know.
These people just, they
All they had to
hydrate
do
with
was
cheese
stop.
curd
they
juice.
could have paused the parade, they could have moved the barricades and escorted him out. He didn't. It was intentional.
Very good.
Yeah.
He went on for 4
Very good.
blocks.
Very good. Jesus
Four blocks.
Christ.
Jesus Christ.
All right, we get it, lady.
Yeah.
She's,
Oh, here we go.
He's just
Back
like,
to the star, please.
back to the star of the show, Darrell Brooks.
Someone with some charisma.
Hit 3 and keep going. Didn't phase him a bit. He kept going until he got to the end, and there was no more bodies to hit.
He just starts
It's intentional.
pretending to be Little John. He's like, what?
And she's really focusing on the intent here. She's focusing on the 6 counts of first-degree intentional homicide in particular, and that if you had any question about what he was doing, just look at his actions. But Brooks had a response. A defendant or a defense attorney can present a closing argument. Obviously, he's representing himself, and he presented the closing
He's like, Your
argument.
Honor,
and he went into areas
I'd
that
like
he
everyone to
really
look to the
wasn't
left of the
allowed to
courtroom.
go, though.
That is Kim Wexler.
You should be informed that you have the power.
Because have you seen the movie Cars? Okay, now he goes, now bear with me, okay? They have minds of their own sometimes, right? They got cute little smiles and
Cute
big
little
old bug
smiling
eyes.
cars, bug eyes. Now, what if you will? What if my car was a mean car? What if there's good cars, bad cars, right, Judge? Did you not see Cars with Owen Wilson? Pixar. What if I got the evil car, Judge?
I rest my case.
I rest my case, bitch.
I know we be fighting, Judge.
Hey, I know we be fighting, Judge, but you know we be fucking after this. You looking all types of good and shit, Judge.
Hey, when you and me, we don't gotta wait in traffic. We just go, bitch.
Don't agree with it.
I'll wait in traffic with you any day.
Yo, yeah, I take you out. We won't run over nobody.
Damn, shawty, look at those honey dips.
Disregard it.
Which is clearly what I've been saying.
He goes, I've been saying that. Darrell Brooks.
I believe that not only is it fair, but it's essential that you be privy to all knowledge.
He goes, why don't we get the car in here? Why don't we?
He goes, asking me all these motherfucking questions when the car did everything.
Why don't we be having jail for cars?
Impound lot.
Well, you have a place to put the car?
He goes, give the car the death sentence, yo.
Yo, I'll call Mr. Wolf right now. We could crush that car in about an hour.
Certain people feel that you should hear and shouldn't hear.
Nope.
Disguised under the color of law. But the fact of the matter is,
shit.
Here we go. I forgot what I was
going
going
to
to say.
question. Make a model of 2010. Ford Escape. Vehicle in question.
It didn't help me escape, Your Honor. I got stuck.
It's false advertising, Your Honor. I didn't escape shit, bitch.
Look where I am.
He goes, bring in Ford, please.
Would you call this an escape?
That's false
I'm on
advertising.
trial. I'm going to jail for life.
You
call that an escape?
Dealership must have given me the Ford conviction, bitch. Cause this some bullshit.
Actually, 2008, 2009, and 2010 of that model.
He's just bringing up dates. To
I'd like to call my car salesman to the stand.
Was in fact
Sustained.
Was in fact recalled.
I'd like to call Galpin Ford to the stand.
It's like aftermarket add-ons.
APR. APR. He just meant any word. He's like APR, CarMax, CarGurus.com, APR, Craigslist for sale,
Carfax.
catalytic converter, Judge.
Against Ford for those model vehicles.
Sustained, the jury will disregard.
Information that you should have been privy to. That you weren't allowed to be privy to. Why? I don't know. That information
Like, anyway, I lost my train of thought. I'm just going to be going home now. I'll talk to y'all
He
later.
goes, anyway, I tried my best. Sorry.
In closing, this is some bullshit.
He goes, in closing, I did everything I can for you. He looks at an imaginary client. He goes, I tried. Anyway, I'm about to dip. I'm a dip.
Defendant can't argue jury nullification. Jury nullification is when a jury decides a case not based on the facts and the law, but some other reason, political, emotional.
He's
They're
looking
not
around
allowed
the
to do
courtroom.
that.
He's like, y'all telling me nobody hit somebody on the way here? Huh?
Y'all perfect drivers.
Oh,
huh?
y'all angels, huh? Perfect little angels.
He's basically advocating for here. He's basically saying, even if the prosecution proved beyond a reasonable doubt that he's guilty, you, jury, have the power to say otherwise. You can say not guilty. And this is despite objections from the prosecution.
Oh, brilliant.
Court telling him not to do it. He kept saying it.
He goes, we all know I'm guilty, but what if you said I'm not?
Yeah.
He goes, hey, come on. He goes, that could end all this shit.
But wouldn't that be kind of crazy?
Come on, think about it.
Y'all could be famous overnight.
He looks at the jury. He goes, think about it, jury. He goes, wouldn't that be crazy?
Right now, you sitting here, you're a fucking nobody. You could be somebody.
Y'all be the craziest jury ever.
He goes, y'all want to be the craziest jury of all time? He goes, come on. He goes, you saw a lot of those jurors in the OJ doc. They were in the documentary. He goes, I see a documentary in your future.
We talking Netflix, Hulu. Maybe the dude that made Dahmer does our shit. I don't fucking know.
He goes, come on, Jerry. Come on. Just say. He goes, just say it.
Come on,
Just
kitty
say
purr.
it. He goes, come on, honey child. Honey child. Come on, baby girl. Come on. Just not guilty, not guilty, not guilty, not guilty, not guilty. Come on, say it. He goes, damn it!
He goes, just say it for fun. You know, you'd have to
He
mean
goes,
it.
just say it for fun.
It's 2 words.
He goes, just say not guilty right now. He goes, say not guilty right now, real quick.
What if they go to say it and they're
He goes, what if my name was not guilty? You'd have to say my name, right? Say not guilty. Call me by my name. They go, not guilty. He goes, you hear that, Judge? You hear that? He goes, I'm out. He throws like a smoke bomb on the
Judge is
floor.
like, damn it, he got us.
Judge is like, damn it.
He's like, you idiots.
He's good. God, he's good.
Fuck. The idea of a malfunctioning car, as we discussed, not only was there no evidence to suggest that wasn't even the case, but you can't argue something that wasn't presented in evidence. There was no evidence presented at trial about a recall or a class action. So all of this was
What's
irrelevant.
with this fucking sirens?
Well, the jury was ultimately
I don't know.
ended
like
the
the-
case, and after
isn't he,
about
like,
3
recording
hours
this
and
at
15
home?
minutes,
Yeah, I don't know.
the jury came
Darrell
back
Brooks is trying to
with their
run his car into this guy's house.
Jury, find the defendant, Darrell E. Brooks, guilty of first-degree intentional homicide as charged in count 1 of the information. Dated this 26th
Could you? I thought I heard. Did you see? You didn't say guilty, did you?
He goes, what?
Hey, you are to be removed right now. You will not do that.
That's pretty cool.
There you have it. They found him guilty across the board of all
What?
76
Yeah, of course.
charges.
That's so fucked
including
up.
6 counts of
'Cause he's black.
first-degree intentional homicide, which carry
Fucked
a
up, dude.
mandatory sentence of life in prison. And at the time of this recording, the sentencing date hasn't been set yet, but we believe that the victims' family members, they're all going to have an opportunity to make statements, and also Mr. Brooks
for
and anyone on his
driving?
side
Good.
can
Are
make
you
statements
fucking
as
kidding me?
well, and
For
we're definitely gonna
driving.
follow it and hopefully report on it here on Sidebar. But I do want to leave you with
All right, fuck. I don't want to see the victims. That's
let's get that out of here now.
Oh man, there was like a
They were
little
all
kid.
like old.
Yeah, the burn in hell, you piece of shit guy was cool.
I've always had I have fantasies of doing that.
Yeah, like fucking
Yelling
closing
out in court.
statement.
Love when people like try and attack the guy.
Oh, those are great.
When they jump over everything. And
Well, like why Gary Why?
Why Gary Why?
That's one of the best videos
Legendary.
ever.
Yeah.
Play that classic. Why not watch that?
Why, Gary?
Well, we can't. It's a pretty graphic footage. The man getting shot in the head. I don't think we'll watch it on YouTube.
Fine.
I mean, it's on YouTube. It's
Forget it.
there.
All right.
Yeah, I guess why risk it?
Why risk it?
Maybe that's a Patreon.
Why,
Oh,
Gary?
yeah.
Why? Why?
Yeah.
Yeah. How long are we done? We can head over to the Patreon in a little bit.
What else we got? Oh, Disneyland first tips.
I
there.
wanted to do some little hate watch of this. Apparently, some listener sent us something about like there's this really pathetic couple that They do Disneyland guide tips and tricks. And
Okay.
I watched a little bit of them. They're not nearly as like mentally ill as Will and Dawn, but they're still insane. Obviously, I mean, they go to Disneyland every day, and they talk about.
They go every day.
I think they
That's
go
fucking
all the
insane.
time.
Yeah, these
they're
people
one of
are
those
nuts.
psychopathic couples that go. There's people in Los Angeles that they go on vacation. They go stay at the Disneyland hotel.
Yeah.
I think
For
that
days.
you're like a pedophile if you do that.
Of course they are.
Yeah, you have to be.
Well, it's insane.
That's a pedophile thing. I think if you work at Disney, except for Jack Sparrow, our friend, he's not a pedophile. He's the only one who's not. But if you go to Disney World all the time, you're a pedophile.
It's really strange.
Yeah.
Can you imagine like a couple showing up to a dinner party and you're like imagine if we were adults and we had lives and shit.
Yeah.
We had a dinner party and a couple comes over and they tell you that they love Disneyland. Like
It's fucking embarrassing.
it's horrific. Are you kidding me?
Yeah. It's dumb as fuck. It's like for little kids.
It's also insanely expensive.
Yeah.
I mean, it's mentally ill. It's mentally ill to care about Disneyland that much. Any last thing? Should we watch like a Kanye clip or something real quick? Or I mean, I don't really care about this Kanye stuff.
Yeah,
I just don't. He's Kanye. I don't care what he says.
Yeah, the Jew stuff, I guess. He said he's going to go DEFCON 3 on Jews.
Yeah, and he did a bunch of interviews, doubled down on everything kind of and whatever. But it doesn't even make sense. He's not even being hateful because he doesn't even make any sense. What he's saying is like out of order. And
It's mostly just like entertaining.
listening to
'cause he's
Kanye
so
try
insane.
and like get a point across. It's like watching a DVD like with a bunch of scratches. It's like he can't say what he means. He
What
doesn't
does
even
he
know what he
say?
means.
He's saying that like Jews control the media or something.
His dad was the Nation of Islam guy.
The whole fucking world right now, the mainstream and everybody is realizing like about Black Israelites and Jews.
Yeah,
And
no.
it's like has anyone ever been to New York before? You
There's
know,
the viral video, Black Israelites make a Jew cry. Have you seen that?
No.
That's
Put that- yeah,
bad.
put that on.
That's a classic.
It's one of the best videos.
Hey, you know where I stand. I got my Kanye shit on.
Yeah.
I'm cool with it.
Oh, that's
man.
a bold move.
Yeah, I'm cool with it, bro.
You're wearing it. I just noticed it right now.
This is my new yarmulke.
You wear that to temple.
Beit Israel is a
This is
community
not it.
originally from.
Is it in like New York?
He's a comedian.
It's like an old viral video. It's like
it's from like
Black
the 90s.
Israelites make Jew cry.
Just the phrase.
This is not.
This isn't it? This was
No.
9 years
Yeah,
ago.
I think it was like this is honestly from like 9/11 era.
As a Jew, I can say just.
I don't even know if it's on YouTube. It's like one of those crazy.
Yeah, DuckDuckGo that shit.
Yeah.
Just hearing "Make Jew Cry" is so funny. Already.
I know. yeah.
Crying. The image of a crying Jew is very funny to me.
And he cries.
It's not right, but it is.
It's
what
such
it is.
like a straightforward, genuine cry. It's like he's just like, you're hurting my feelings.
Black Hebrews make a Khazar Jew kid cry.
Yeah, Khazar Jew
Khazar?
kid.
what's
Khazar
that?
Jews are like Jews from I think the steppe.
So take that star off your neck. I'm Jewish. How about my ancestors?
You ain't never been a Jew. You ain't never been a Jew.
My favorite news channel, by the way. It's my favorite news channel. But go
Negro
ahead.
News.
Yeah, we can't say it, but
Well, you're not a Jew. You
Yes, I am
You a child. First of all, you a child of the Khazar Empire.
That's right.
You a child of the Khazar Empire, number one. You a same white man. You ain't no different from a white American. You're no different from a white American. You from the Khazar Empire. You ain't never been a Jew.
That's right.
The scripture said
Israelites are not white.
what are they even yelling?
Just let him go. They start.
Goddamn Jew.
You know nothing
He's not
about
a Jew.
Jacob.
Let me show you what Christ got. I got to deal with him right now.
Christ,
Go to
that's what
Revelation.
died.
You worried about 6 million crackers that another cracker killed.
I'm
Let me
Jewish.
see.
I don't
Let me
believe
show
in
you what
Christ.
Christ said about you. I'm gonna give you a quick lesson. Adoni Galed, Ras Galed, you are not the Jew. You are a red dog. That's what you are. You are a child of the Khazar Empire.
That's
your
right.
brother know more of your history than you do. The scriptures say your fathers inherited lies, and they taught you lies.
Why
You
do you
walk
wear that
around
star
the
on
earth
your neck?
thinking that you're Jewish. You know what Jewish means? Even the ISH on Jewish show you're not a Jew, dum-dum. If I got it,
He's talking to him like he's Patrice.
Jewish. Now, if I get another garment that's blackish, it ain't black no more. It's blackish. It's kind of like being black, almost black, but not quite black. That's why your people even call yourself Jewish. You're a wannabe.
That's right.
You wish you were a Jew. To be a Jew, you gotta be born a Jew. You gotta be one of the children of Judah to be a Jew. But these dumb bastards, they adopt Jew as a religion.
Dumb bastards, goofy ass Jews.
Little dick motherfucker.
They made up a religion.
This
They
is
call
Jew
it
dick right
Judaism. That's no such thing.
Judaism, learn how to speak, man.
Judaism. There's no such thing. It's a man-made religion that was created
I hate cream cheese.
off of the race of black people, man.
What the fuck is a caper?
Black people are born Jew. What is it to be a Jew? What does it mean to be a Jew?
Oh, there's so
Where
much.
does the term go from? The term. Just
First
the
of all,
term Jew.
the beginning.
Just the term
Okay,
Jew.
I will tell you.
This is Ben Shapiro now.
Yeah.
Listen, I want you to listen. You won't let me talk, sir. Let me talk. This is so one-sided.
The tribe of Judah. That's where the term Jew comes from. That's right. It's short for Judah.
Yeah, who died?
White
Yeah, you know
Jewish
Hebrew
people
at all?
don't even know that.
Yes,
you
we
ask
do.
You ask a white person what makes you Jewish, they gonna tell you because my daddy was Jewish, because my mommy was Jewish. Well, because I fought the Israeli war. We didn't hurt it all. But never do they prove. Never do they prove that they are born Jews. I'm gonna show you about the born Jew. I'm gonna show you about the real Jew. According to the Diamond District. That's right. They run the banks of America. That's right.
Can I talk?
They in league with America. They got.
I mean, the kid looks like Malibu's Most Wanted too. It's like it's not a great look for him to be arguing.
Yeah.
I love this video.
Why is nobody helping him?
Yeah, no
You
one's
know what I
helping
mean?
him because they're just like, you're on your own.
He's like, I'm just trying to make beats for you guys. Like, what the fuck?
These guys chill out here every day, so people walking by are just like, why is he taking the bait?
Yeah, I want to put a cloak around him and be like, you won't win.
Yeah, exactly.
These jets, they fight when they get hurt, man. They not mourning, but the real Jews are in mourning. You ain't in mourning. What the hell you about? 6 million who the Holocaust.
He's like, wait, 6 million. Oh my god.
It's wild.
Oh my
god.
It's wild.
Boy. Ooh,
It's
boy.
a cracker killing other crackers.
You saying the Holocaust is a joke?
It's a joke.
Oh, you gonna cry, Jew? You gonna cry, Jew-ish?
I think they do that.
That's right, sir.
Don't you dare. Don't you
The
dare.
Holocaust is a damn joke. The Holocaust is a joke. Hitler, yeah, cry, white boy. Heil Hitler. You ain't been through it. You ain't been through it. People have been through it. That's right. Hitler burnt your stinking behind because you said you were the black people. That's why he burnt you in ovens. He burnt you in those ovens because you wanted to be niggas. That's why. And he did you in those ovens and he burnt your granddaddy.
Look at that. It's like Cameron's in the back.
Like, man, they're killing it
Yo,
today.
they going 7:30 today, dog. Damn. They crazy. Woo.
This is making me kind of sad. watching
Yeah,
this
you
kid
just
cry.
gotta,
Yeah, now it's it's such a straightforward, genuine cry.
He's so
that it's
genuine
just like,
and sad. He's like, why would you say that?
Because you can tell he kind of likes him too.
Oh, he
and
wants
now
to
they
be
just
black.
exactly
He's dressed like a black guy.
and they just went a little too far. And he's like, oh,
Yeah.
like I thought we were kind of friends.
He thought he was having like a fun city moment.
Exactly, yeah,
He was like, hey, I'm in New York. We're yelling. You're yelling. I'm yelling. And then out of nowhere, they're like, I'm glad your grandparents died. Fuck you. He's like, hey, man.
That's right.
Let's give Hitler a hand.
All right. That he burnt your nasty behind. You was robbing the Germans. You was taking all the Germans' money. The Germans was suffering so hard. You was oppressing the Germans. You was oppressing them. And God let them burn you to hell up.
Oh my
The
God.
hell with the Holocaust.
That's a hot
How
take.
about
What a
That's crazy.
hateful person. What,
Wow,
what did he just
he was
say?
saying like you was robbing the Germans, you were putting them down, and they burned you for it.
Yeah.
It's crazy. He's like a Nazi.
Yeah.
Wow.
99 million black people. How about that? Can we be sad for 99 million black people? Can we be upset with 99 million black people? Who gives a damn about 6 million of them?
And you want to kill more people?
Oh, they burned us
What's
in the
wrong
oven.
with you?
Why did Hitler do that?
Why do you want more hate?
She's just like, I hate G-Unit.
What you got? Judah mourning. The real Jews would be in mourning. They wouldn't be jokes like this Khazar baby.
snaps
They
his,
wouldn't be jokes like this.
baby.
He snaps his 50-cent CD in half.
Yeah.
Get Richard, I drank.
Oh man.
But this is like where Kanye's coming from.
Yeah.
Like this kind of shit.
Yeah.
It's like black Israelites.
I think it's Nation of Islam shit, which is a little different. But like, if you look up like Louis Farrakhan fucking quotes and shit, he's not very he's not very pro-Jew.
Doesn't love Jews either.
No, he's not a big pro-Jew guy.
Jews and blacks fight like cats and dogs. I've been saying it forever.
Yeah,
fight like cats and dogs.
They're always in a tiff.
Yeah,
just oil and water.
Crying over some Holocaust. The real Holocaust is on these slave ships. That's right. The real Holocaust. A real Holocaust is 77 million North American Indians, man. God don't care about these.
Damn.
Wow. One time I met black Israelites on Hollywood Boulevard because I had a doctor there. And I talked to him and I told him I was Native American so I could join. And then they're like, well, is your mom Native American or your dad? And I was like, my mom. And then like, doesn't count. And they started to tell me because I'm my father's son. And so it has to be.
You have to come from the balls.
Your dad has to be Native American to get. That's just
really
a tip. That's a tip for the listeners.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
They really care about which one of your parents is the thing that you say you are.
They're passionate. Yeah.
I got a barbecue from a black Israelite in Atlanta, and he was like,
"Are they ever nice? Are they ever?"
He was super chill to me, but it was like he was cooking pork, and I was like, "Wait, you guys can eat pork?" And he's like, "Yeah, bless it before I eat it." And then I was like, "Okay." And then like as I was eating the pork, he was like, "You know, Jesus was black, right?" And I was like, yeah, like, okay. And then he was like, and you a monkey from the mountains. You a white monkey from the mountains. I was like, oh, it was sick, dude. It was like really jealous. It was awesome, man. I was like, that's cool.
You're like, no, I'm from Germany. My grandfather was a Nazi. But yeah, sure.
Well, yeah. I was like, that's okay. Like, I'll take it. Yeah, go ahead.
Sure. Most white people are happy any time a black guy's saying anything to them.
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah,
I love it.
That white kid participated in that conversation because he was just like, black people are talking to me.
Yeah.
And they're being like, you should die like a dog in the street. Your whole family.
Yeah.
Your existence is worth this. He's like, really? You see we can hang? Can I be part of your crew?
Yeah.
Oh, man. Let's go to the Patreon.
Yeah. All right. Let's get nitty gritty.
Yeah. Thanks for listening, folks. Subscribe, leave a review. Joey, any final words?
No.
Yeah. Why don't you lay off the pussy announcement?
What the hell, dude?
I mean, you wasn't going to do it. Yeah, you said it.
No, I said just give it some time. I'm not making it weird.
Okay, so I guess since you're bringing it up, Joey R. LaFleur on Instagram. If you're a hot chick and you want to have sex with me, just contact me on Instagram. It's fine. It's not a big. It's like we'll talk it out.
There you go.
What an easygoing guy.
What a guy. What a guy. All right. God bless. Goodbye.